We realized the Kiki Palmer was in a baby mama situation with a no good baby daddy. We all had something to say. But my thing is, why aren't we saying something while it happens? Why do we want to wait till something bad happens? Sky, leave him.
Hey, beautiful people. How are you doing today? Mara David, and thank you all so much for tuning in another interesting video. We're talking about Skai Jackson drama. It is all over the internet. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's airing their opinion. Everybody is just talking about the old baby daddy drama, right? She's currently pregnant, and she's pregnant to a Dusty. Yeah. Is in prison. In fact, she was also arrested earlier this year because of domestic violence, that she was pushing her boyfriend. And that was when she said she was pregnant. And now she's like heavily pregnant, but then she's still cute in her pregnancy. And everybody's like, why would you get pregnant for somebody like that? Somebody that already has three baby mama before you. So with you now is now 4 baby mama. So the guy currently has 4 baby mamas. Just see something wrong and jump into it. A lot of people are saying because of his skin color, because he's a light skinned guy, so she would do anything just to have a child for him. And to think that the baby daddy actually posted on his Facebook and said that I got this Disney princess pregnant. I got this be pregnant, like I don't even like her. I was just saying rubbish about it. Then came out later to say that his Facebook was being hacked. Have you heard about this Skai Jackson or baby daddy drama? Let me know down in the comment section. What is your take on it? Do you think that we should not be so harsh on her because she's still young? That's what some people are saying, that you can make mistakes while you're young, or she should have seen what other people are going through and learn from them instead of her doing the same thing, the same pattern, the same routine that other ones have done in the past, right? What is your take on this conversation? Let's have conversation in the comment section respectfully. And let me roll these videos for you also watch to the end, and I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Skai Jackson got pregnant by a man who, if not most of us, some of us have experienced, which is a hood nigga with nothing to lose but everything to give. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Something about them screws being loose up here, they just give it all to you. And it just be the best until it becomes the worst. And you got to leave their ass. But you got to leave before you get pregnant. And that's the step that Skai Jackson skipped. She didn't leave before she got pregnant. And some of y'all fall victim to that too. Y'all baby daddy, these men that are just supposed to be for a good time, a good jolly old time. You're not supposed to marry a scammer. You're not supposed to have a baby with a scammer. They have good, you feel me? Wait, but don't settle down with them. Them not the men that you settle down with. And we just all seeing a canon event that a lot of us go through Skai Jackson. We didn't want that for our Disney. We didn't want that for Miss Disney, okay? We wanted her to, feel me, be the classy, bougie person that we all thought she was in our head. She did not live up to that. But, you feel me, I'm not mad at you, girl. I'm just a little bit disappointed. Players fuck up too, though.
What is going on? Because every time I look at the Skai Jackson story, it gets worser and worser. Now, I was scrolling the timeline and I saw this image of Skai wearing a shirt that said "Free My Man." And what's crazy about it is that his mama posted it on TikTok, and she said, some ish just can't be taught. It's either in you or it ain't. What is supposed to be taught here? What is supposed to be taught here? Now, if that wasn't all, somebody also showed his mugshot. I think that's a mugshot. How Skai, baby, what's going on? But the reason why I posted the story is because there was just so much going on with her and this man. And she then posted this photo op. I guess she had called paparazzi to follow her around a baby boutique, and she looks fabulous. Now, I didn't never post it when she was looking crazy walking up and down the street with that man looking like she lost her damn mind. I didn't post that because I'm trying to do my girl a solid, but she does look fabulous in this picture. But you guys, I wish that was all of the news. It is not. Now, after she had posted this photo op of her looking very adorable, her man had allegedly got hacked on Facebook, but I don't think he got hacked. I think this is true. He had posted this and he said, on WAP, "I'm salty I got this dumb Disney Chanel pregnant. This HOE." Now they say he got hacked. I don't believe he got hacked. I saw some of his social media. He about that life, y'all. He really about that life, y'all. After it made its way to the shade room, she had went to the comment section. She said his page was hacked. He never said this. End of story. Her mother followed up and said he never said this. Stop being messy. Hey, y'all, the only one being messy is him. Because why is he still using Facebook? Why is he even using Facebook? Ain't he a little young for Facebook? Now, after that was said, child, I'm just trying to do this story with a straight face. Now, after that was said, her best friend actually took to social media and said, stop mentioning my best friend and ish like this. She's going through enough. Thank you. Now, somebody had replied back and said, please let your bestie know what's going on. Y'all know he's sleeping around with the whole of Cincinnati. We just want to inform her. You know what? I never thought about it, but he do look like he from Cincinnati. He do. I can't put my finger on it. But he is very much giving. He looks like he's from Cincinnati. Now, the best friend replied back and says, she is very aware of this is going on, and she's not with this no more, but she's expecting and being bombarded with ish she already knows, and bringing this to social media is just too much, which we totally understand, but it's not really. And I need people to understand, like, if you're going to go out here advocating for Skai Jackson and what to do on the internet, you have to understand, we didn't bring it to social media. He did these things. He posted that on Facebook. He posted all those cockamamie videos on his social media. We didn't do it. No, it has nothing to do with us at all. I want to make that clear, because trying to carafe the whole of the internet in place of protecting your friend or your friend's mental health on what she sees on social media literally starts and stops with the baby father. That's him. And I just really hate when this rhetoric happens. It's just like, why do people go on these campaigns blaming the internet for what other people, he posted it. Him. This is him. This is him. I need y'all to get a grip. But that's not all. The best friend follows up and says, it's been public that they aren't together. Both her and her mother, Ben said that. I'd say something, but she's not, I wouldn't say something she's not okay with. Touch grass, you're weird. Again, I'm not even going to read the rest of that because it's cockamamie. It's him and his social media. No one twisted his arm and nobody believes he was hacked. Cut the ish, okay? This was her, okay? We didn't make the shirt for her to put on for his mama to post on social media. This is them. This is them doing these things. We're simply just in awe, shock and awe that we have to witness it.
Skai Jackson is making decisions as a young woman like we all had to make decisions when we were young. We know nothing about her baby daddy, but how he kind of spazzed on the internet. Just because Skai Jackson has money and accolades does not mean that she is not going to make some foolish decisions as a young woman. I think the internet tends to be so hard when we're judging these people and their relationships when we don't know what really happens in these relationships. And one piece that I do have is we want to scold the women a lot in our community, and we also want to scold the men a lot in our community. But instead of constantly scolding them for everything that they're doing wrong, how about we lend some positive advice? And I think positive advice will start with the mothers of these young men. I think how we mother our children plays a huge role in how they're going to behave and make decisions in their lives. And even if we give them the best mothering ever, sometimes they can still go to the wayside. Skai is going to be okay. All right. And I think that if we give her some grace as being the aunties on the internet, instead of scolding her for her decision, right? Instead of scolding that young man, because I don't know his name, lend them some positive advice. Sometimes the positive advice will go a long way than the negative.
Low Millie is pregnant by this man who is hiding behind her. She's 5'4". So that's cool. That's great. Now, he could be more successful than DDG. We don't know because she chose to make him wear this hoodie to remain anonymous. And the comments are like, girl, you already pregnant. What's there left to hide? And that's a question. And I don't think it's rhetorical now that I'm thinking about it. Exhibit B, Skai Jackson. First of two Disney people we're going to talk about today who fell to the demise of whatever baby daddy this is. I know this man has other kids. I saw a TikTok about it today. He's posted on Father's Day several times for several different children. None of them were hers yet.
So, and he looks young. They both look very young. They look 14 here, okay? So it's like, I don't know. Let my people go. Skai Jackson is 22, by the way. Halle Bailey and Flo Milli are both 24. People have been talking about how these babies are ruining these women's careers. I think it's more true for Halle, unfortunately, than the other two. Because Flo Milli, like, Cardi B has kids. You know what I mean? She can still rap. I think lots of rappers have kids. I don't think it's the same as a Disney princess. It simply is not. Also, Skai Jackson was Disney, so I think it's the same lane. But Halle Bailey was like Beyonce level success. Okay, let me not say Beyonce level success. Beyonce school of thought and etiquette paired with her high success of a Disney princess. But I don't think she kept the Beyonce code of, I think Beyonce was like, I always said I was going to have a kid at 30. She is 24, so it's not that young for a rich person. And I am thinking actually now about Kylie Jenner. Now, I wouldn't say that Halle Bailey has Kylie Jenner wealth, but Kylie Jenner is like one of the only white women I can think of right now who had a kid out of wedlock without too many consequences. Okay, if there's more, let me know. But obviously, race is part of like how I guess Hollywood and Disney like views these things. Not that Kylie Jenner is a Disney star, so again, like she's a billionaire, so maybe this isn't relevant, but I also feel like she doesn't get that same amount of judgment. And I do think that's relevant to say. Again, she's not in the industry. Like, I think the most punitive for an out of wedlock single mother baby mama situation is literally the situation that Halle Bailey is in, not just because it is film and Disney, but princess. Children. It's like that she, in my opinion, is gonna take the biggest hit, unfortunately, in the way, like, I don't know, Hollywood is like casting. And I don't know, that's, people are saying that in Hollywood it's like kind of a very well-known thing for any woman that if you're having a kid and you're not married and you're young, that it's like, okay, say goodbye to like major serious roles. I would love for that to not be the case though, and I think it's possible that it could not be the case. Like, you know, we're getting later in life, people have money, people have different ways of doing things, people have different kinds of relationships. We'll see if here's the thing. Again, though, I think it's the Disney part of it. I think it's the princess again. Princess. Not that I don't think she deserves, like, I don't give a fuck. I want to make that clear. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give these women can do whatever they want with their family planning. I don't give a shit. Let me make that very clear. And I think these women, if they're excited about it, good for them. Do I think that their baby daddies are getting off like easier than they will in their careers? Yeah. Is that annoying? Yeah. I hope they're happy. I think at the end of the day, all we can say is, I hope they're happy. I hope it goes well. I hope the stigma ends. After I recorded this, I realized the main reason why it's going to be hell for Halle is because DDG is ruining her image. He's ruining her image. If they looked like they were chilling or co-parenting peacefully, but no, it's drama about Kai Cenat streams. It's a weird look, and also his complaining about, I'm DDG. I was successful before this. This wasn't a plan. And, like, I get his frustration at the same time because, like, you know, people were, like, dogging him. So I'm sure he needs to, like, protect I'm sure it's so hard to be a man and have to protect your ego all the time when it's so fucking fragile. Like, the thinnest fucking breakable glass. I'm sure it's very exhausting and hard. But he's letting us know how hard it is. He's letting us know how hard it is. He's letting her know how hard it is. He's letting Kai Cenat know how hard it is. We all know how hard it is, and so does Disney, and so does fucking Flounder, and all of the fish in the sea, and all the fucking mermaids on set. We all know how he feels about that. Do we know how Beyonce feels about? No, we don't. So, I hate to sound like this, but if Skai and her mama had put in half the effort into Skai's acting, I'm not saying she could have been further than Zendaya, but it wouldn't be like this. It's like her mama, like, I really feel like her mama made her the way she is now. Like, girl, your baby daddy absolutely put that up there. He was not hacked. Who the fuck is hacking into people's Facebook? And why the fuck would they hack it to your baby daddy? Like, your baby daddy's Facebook to post that shit? Like, girl, you was better off not responding like you was doing in the beginning. Like, you got your GQ, People's Magazine press, and mind you, she ate the looks. She did look beautiful, I'm not gonna lie, but girl, we're not believing that. And her mama right behind her. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. All you could do now is have the baby and pivot. Because we ain't seen you in nothing. And that's like literally no shade, because I actually liked her character, Razuri. But it's like, there should be more. Like, this should, at least with the other ladies, like Halle Bailey and all that type of stuff, baby, regardless of that, baby, that girl is booked and busy. She did Color Purple, Little Mermaid, like, music, got a Grammy nomination. Like, there's other things to talk about. Like, yeah, we're choosing to talk about what's going on with her and DDG, but she has other things to talk about. Skai, this is the only thing we can talk about, and that's not a good look. Not a good look. And then the fact that it's just so much lore on her, the messiness, the spam pages, like her trying to get with young boy, Beyonce's nephew. Like, damn, bitch. We should at least be able to say this bitch is messy, but she got a couple movies or a couple fucking series under her belt. Then he had you out here with that bonnet on outside. It was just, sister. I think the word everybody should be using is pivoting. But I do blame her mama. Yeah, I do. For her, the way she does everything, that fake ass sweepstakes that she was doing, like all of that. I do blame her mom, for real. Because where was your mama at when this man had you outside looking like that?
The sheltered black girl to raggedy baby daddy pipeline got our daughters in a chokehold, and I'm finally ready to talk about it. Let's talk about how black girls are not given the tools, the guidance, the space, or the grace to interact with and learn from the opposite sex as adolescents. And it's so damaging to them in their future. We are told during like all of our most formative years that our only focus should be pursuing our education and or career. You know, we done heard books before, boys because boys bring babies. It's like drilled into our head, those little sayings. The downside is dating and navigating sexuality is a normal part of growing up. Y'all do a disservice to black girls and black boys when you pretend as if this part of them doesn't exist. Or worse, you teach them that exploring these parts of themselves makes them fast or nasty or hellbound. When we bypass that part of life, of growing up without real support, it leaves us more susceptible to manipulation and abuse, especially while so many families are simultaneously teaching their daughters that submission to men is a must for a godly union. We are sent out into the world without enough knowledge on, but plenty of shame surrounding our bodies. We're also given no knowledge of the trappings of relationships that happen outside of getting pregnant, mentally, emotionally, and physically. We're not armed with the self-confidence or the self-assurance we need to set healthy boundaries or to weed out toxic behavior patterns that we see in our partners. And then y'all cannot wait to I told you so and should have kept your legs closed to the girl that ends up manipulated and pregnant and or humiliated and embarrassed by the first boy that speaks real sweet to her. Like, when did you really tell her? When did you really tell her? Shit's brazy to me.
Skai Jackson, that man did not get hacked. What that man said is literally how he felt. And the sad reality is, you're about to be this man's second baby mama. He has no respect for you. And I'm not judging. Come here. I'm not judging. I say this with no judging. You know, you're over 18. You're grown. I can't tell you who to lay down with. I can't tell you who to find interest in. What you see in this man may be completely different from what I see. And I I can't argue with that. But what I can say, if you're about to bring a baby into this world with a man who you're not on one accord with, it's going to be a long 18 years. And that's just all I keep preaching. You have to really know the characteristics of who you procreating with. We're seeing this trend with Halle, Keke Palmer, Kalani, etc. You be with these men who are not on the same level as you and then have their seed and be confused when their true characteristics show. A baby changes stuff. What you might have overlooked before becomes real visual when you realize, oh my gosh, this is the co-parent to my child. This person has 50% of opinion. We might have different parental style. You might not have my child's well-being as a priority. We might not even be compatible. It don't make sense. Yes, babies are a blessing, but it don't make sense to bring babies into an environment that's already beyond their control before they even get here. But Skai Jackson, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you a safe rest of your pregnancy, a safe delivery, and I just pray you guys just can get on one accord and figure out what's best for that child. Because that's what's important now, that baby that's coming here.
Babies are blessings, I get it, but the love of a baby is not going to heal your heart from how he about to do her. Y'all, I said it first. This is a whole photo shoot. Y'all not going to convince me paparazzi just caught her out looking glam, okay? I'm not saying she's not a beautiful girl. I'm just saying you're not going to convince me this is not staged. I get that these photos were embarrassing as hell, but this is probably the reality of her situation. Young ladies, take it from your big cousin, okay? A lot of times, the men that you choose to have children with is a crash out. I don't see this situation ending well. And to be honest, let's keep it all the way real. When Keke got pregnant, everyone was on the hype of, yes, go Keke, yes, go Keke, yes, go Keke, that's Keke Palmer. Everybody was on that. But then when we realized Keke Palmer, the Keke Palmer, was in a baby mama situation with a no good baby daddy, we all had something to say. But my thing is, why aren't we saying something while it happens? Why do we want to wait till something bad happens? Skai, leave him. Like, you cannot convince me that something good is going to come out of this situation. And I feel bad for her because a lot of women do not realize that the men that they have children with it's crashing out pretty much.
Skai. I really fuck with you, gang, but your baby father is starting to piss me the fuck off. And I already know he pissing you the fuck off, but he's starting to piss all of us the fuck off. Cause in reality, nobody fucking knew about this dweeb. Nobody knew about this clown ass, yellow bone ass, ugly ass hoodlum until you brought him into the picture. Cause my beef right now is why this man gonna go on live talking about he's smoking on Cameron and to stop comparing him to a dead man. Girl, you gonna let him disrespect your mans like that? You gonna let him disrespect your brother like that? You was the fucking Disney princess, bitch, and you let a man with the Facebook name Yerky get you fucking pregnant, hoe? Like, you're really grinding my gears. I can't feel bad for women like you because I went through his profile. What in his profile gave this his husband material? And not the first baby mother, the second baby mother. That's not embarrassing. What example are you setting? Like, what? You're nobody's role model anymore, girl. You're funding his whole lifestyle. You're making this dweeb fucking relevant. And he's coming on the media and he's embarrassing you. He ain't even that cute. Like, he ain't no fun, dark skin, chocolate. Like, he's not even that cute. You could have had anybody. You were the Disney princess. You could have had anybody. And you go for a hoodlum? A hoodlum that didn't even, that baby mother you? Like, what? You made this man a motherfucking steak and shrimp meal. That's for husband material. Just for him to post, y'all hoes don't cook for you. Right then and there, he would have had to get the fuck out of my house. Cause who you calling a hoe? Then you come out with your pregnancy popping up looking like a strong, independent black woman, because I know you're about to be a single baby mom, so I hope you're not staying with this man. And all the media blogs is talking about posting how good you look in your belly. Ate them little photos up just for your man to get on the internet and say, I can't believe I got this Disney bitch pregnant. I hate this hoe. What? It would have took me 40 days and 40 nights to get the fuck off of this nigga. Would have took the Navy, the Army, 40 Philly crackheads, get my hands from around his freaking neck. That's your baby father? Ooh, child. I don't know if my research is correctly, but it says he's from Ohio. Baby, take him to New York. Let a couple youngs from out here run him up. He ain't even that cute. Like, oh my God, he's not even cute. Bitches don't want to be wives anymore. Oh my God.
Skai Jackson is such a cautionary tale on why you need to prioritize self-love and self-respect over these men. Now, if you don't know, Skai Jackson is a well-known child actor Disney star. Been in her bag since she first went on Sesame Street, I think it was, at age 5. She is now 22 years old and having a baby by a man named Yerky Yerky. I don't actually know his name, that's his social media handle, but however you imagine him, that's exactly what he looks like. Very much given trap in a bando. Shout out Grizzy and M-Dog. Anyway, looking at the differences in their situations, you might incorrectly assume that he worships the ground she works on. No, baby, he wants her dead. Because aside from the influx of pictures I've seen recently of them outside and her just looking stressed, anxious, and him looking like he's the cause of it, she then officially announced her pregnancy, and Lord have mercy. Yerky Yerky posted, and I quote, "On WAP, I'm salty. I got this dumb-ass Disney Channel B pregnant. I hate this hoe. First of all, who's WAP? Somebody tell me, please. Second of all, and the real message, lady, stop presenting yourself like poop on a platter to these men. It does not make them respect you. And if they do not respect you, they cannot love you. They can barely even like or tolerate you. They will use you for what's in between your legs, because that is what men do. But they will surely make it clear through all of their actions that they do not give a heck about you." Skai Jackson is now suffering the fate that a lot of women have suffered, in that you now have to figure out how to build a future with a man that shows you nothing but disdain. And I am so devastated for her, because what she is about to realize is that he does not care about her. And it is such a tough pill when you realize that the man that you would pretty much do anything for doesn't care about you. It's such a hard pill to swallow. And I think because it's such a hard pill to swallow, it takes women so long to get there. So many chances, so many opportunities. But what you're not realizing is the more you're letting this man get away with, the smaller and smaller and smaller he's seeing you, till, like in the case of Skai Jackson and Yerky Yerky, it flips and he almost feels superior to you. Oh, and just to add, Yerky Yerky already has another child by another woman who he did not marry or is no longer with. And I just want to reiterate to women who already have kids know this, but I just want to reiterate to women who have not yet had children. Motherhood and fatherhood are not the same. They are not the same. I don't care how involved the father is, and there are some wonderful, amazing fathers who step up to the plate. Women will always do more. They will always carry more of the burden. They will always carry more of the mental load. Most of the physical burden will be on you as a woman. The time burden will certainly be on you as a woman. And if you do not have a man who is in a very fortunate financial position, a lot of the financial burden will be on you as well. Because don't get it twisted, a lot of people are going 50-50. Guys, we have to stop lying about this. A lot of women in relationships are going 50-50. There is nothing wrong with that. There is not enough resources and rich men in this world for every woman to have a man that pays all the bills. Let's be for real. Skai Jackson is not in this position because her man is a bum. I mean, he is, but she's in this position because for whatever reason, and I'm sure it's tied to some emotional or some experience that she had growing up, she did not value herself and did not carry herself in a way that she demanded love and respect from anyone who interacted with her. So she found Yerky Yerky, and it's clear to us all that she just continued to lower her standards until, I guess, she's going to get to the floor. And that's no judgment. I've been on the floor. We've all been at rock bottom. But ladies, let's start understanding that the key to this situation is observing, responding to red flags, and making sure that all situations that we're in benefit our mind, our mental, our heart, our soul. And Yerky Yerky now has the audacity to be talking about him. He's mad that he got a Disney Channel. Baby, that's your meal ticket. Be quiet. Because in response to a lot of advice that I give, women will say things like, but if I do this or if I don't do this, he will leave and men will leave. Yes, we want him to go. I wish that Skai had let Yerky Yerky go on his merry way. And not because she's had a baby with him or she's in a relationship with him, because he doesn't treat her well. He treats her badly. He speaks about her badly. From all we can tell about his actions, even if he is a good father, he seems like someone who will go out of his way to antagonize her, to upset her, to go back and forth with her. It's not always enough to be a good father. Just interact with good people who have basic respect for you. Life will be happier, life will be healthier, and it may be lonelier for a bit longer, but at the end of the day, when you find your person, it's game, set, match, okay? Now, like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule. For best results, assume it's not you. Mwah.
I told you a lot of people were just talking about it. I saw a lot of videos, a lot of people talking about it. So I had to come and talk about it because I saw the video initially of this guy. He came to call out the baby daddy and say that he's the boyfriend, or you go and tell everybody that you're in love with me, tell them how you like it, that I'm going to spill the tea. I give you some hours to tell everybody who I am to you, how much you're in love with me. Now that Skai Jackson is pregnant for you, tell everybody how, the guy he just came out blabbing and everything. But then I didn't want to believe it. I feel like that was cute. Then it was like, when I get to 3,000 followers, I will start posting the whole receipt. Guys, he's over like 16,000 followers. When I checked, he put his page on private. So you have to actually request to follow him, which I would not do that. I won't do that. Definitely, I don't think he's actually going to spill any tea. If he's going to spill any tea, the ones that are in already following him will have brought out the tea for everybody that is not following him already. I just feel like he's just bluffing and he's just trying to trend or trying to gain followers because he knows that a lot of people want to actually hear the tea, because that is what is going on right now. That's what people are talking about. People are talking about the baby daddy, how dusty he is, how unserious he is, how he's a scammer, like a lot of things about this guy. But the girl actually got pregnant for him. She still got pregnant for him. You see somebody that already has 3 baby mamas, you still got pregnant for him. I don't know. You see, sometimes there's no amount of advice you advise somebody. There's no amount of reality you tell people. There's no amount of things that people see how other people's lives are falling apart. They will still want to try those things that they are seeing you trying, or they are seeing you do, making your life fall apart. They still want to try to see that, let me see, if you're falling apart, that means me, I'm not going to fall apart because I am wiser than you. I feel like you were dumb. Like, they feel like their own is going to be different. That is what I feel happens, where people see things, you see that something is wrong, or you see that somebody else has done something like this before and it was wrong, but then you're like, let me go ahead and do it, because you cannot tell me you don't know that is wrong. You cannot tell me how young you can be. You cannot tell me you don't know that is wrong. You know it's wrong, but you did it regardless. So I feel like a lot of people are going to do this. A lot of women do this. A lot of women are going to do this. They always don't want to learn from people experience. They want to actually experience it, then learn from it. I don't really understand whereby some people get pregnant, women get pregnant for a man that you know that is abusive, a man that you can actually be violent with, definitely as abusive one way or the other, and the relationship is toxic, because if you can bring out that violence in you, the relationship is toxic, right? Are you pregnant for him? Why did you get pregnant for him? You know that your relationship is falling apart, or your relationship has fallen apart at a point in the years. Why are you getting pregnant? What is the reason? Like, what was the reason? What's the reason for getting pregnant for somebody like that? And this is not just about Skai Jackson. This is about other women that you know that your relationship is falling apart. You know that this man that you're with is not right. You know that when you start fighting, or when you guys fight, or things might be fine for 1 month, 2 months, the next 3rd month things are going to be sour. And when it's sour, it's extreme. It's something that you want to get out. It's something that you regret. Something that you hate being in that space. Why are you getting pregnant again? Or why are you getting pregnant for this person? What are you trying to achieve? What is your goal for getting pregnant? Are you saying that when you get pregnant it's going to change? Because people say that when a woman gets pregnant for a man, it changes in a bad way. In good ways, pregnancy will not change him. You having his baby will not make him special. You being the fourth baby mama will not make you special from the other baby mama. And I also heard, which I'm not sure, one of the videos that I watched, I don't know if I put in one of these videos, one of the videos that I watched, the lady was like, this same baby daddy unalived one of the baby mama's brother, little brother. He poisoned her or something, poisoned him. I don't know. I saw it, I'm like, he's in prison. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. In the next years now, we're going to see videos of her coming and saying, oh, I'm no longer with him, we broke up, it is toxic. Like, we'll still come back and say, because there's no how this relationship will last. Anything that makes this relationship last is going to be worse. And there's no assurance that it's not going to also give another person belle. It's going to pregnate another person, right? Another person is going to give another person you just get another person pregnant, maybe baby number 5, because I feel like the way he's going, it might not have an end. He wants to, because he's still young, so he's going to start having more babies, right? She's not going to be the last. It's just so sad to see some of these news, especially for people that you think that they are very exposed to things. You see them making terrible mistakes. Sometimes you just be like, well, why would you do that? But then I cannot blame her as well. As one of the creators was like, we should stop blaming them. They are young. You still have chances to recover. What if you don't recover? Some people unalive themselves because of their wrong decisions at their young age, right? If you make wrong decisions as you're 19, 20, 21, it affects you in your 40s, unless you snap out of it easily. If you don't snap out of it until you're 40, 30, it's very difficult for you to move on. Like, how many years do you have left? How many years? Like, average people die at 70, 75, let's just say 70, right? So why would you waste those little time when you can actually learn from other people's mistake, learn from other people's experience? That is why there's social media. People come out to tell you their experience, and this is what is happening to me. Oh, when I do this is what happened. When a man do this is what will happen next. But you are not listening. You're like, oh, my man will never do that. Okay. So he will do it later and you'll be like, I didn't know he would do it. Like, sometimes I don't pity women like that, because you are seeing something that is wrong. You don't need anybody to tell you. You don't need to go to school to know that it was wrong for you to get pregnant for him. You don't need to. She doesn't need to know. Like, there's nothing special about you that will make him take you serious and not take the other remaining 3 baby mama serious. Anyways, what is your take on this drama? Because it's everywhere on my timeline and I just have to share with you all today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, it's your girl Maria David, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.